wake up, Belize. We gotta keep moving, na 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 na. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Everybody gotta put their time in. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Voice our opinion and place your calling. WB. Be yourself, see yourself, this is a show by people. Believe our hopes up to needless reason. Nobody feel left out, it's the vibe we dealing. Let's find a solution. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Love, respect, unselfishness and cooperation. That's how we need to build a strong nation. We are the people to make the changes. We are the changes, WB. And all the things that must happen under God blue skies. And nothing make people get victimized. Let's work together for better, we got to unite. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Another day is here. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. We gotta keep moving, na 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 na. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Everybody gotta put their time in. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Voice our opinion and place your calling. WB. Get up, make every day count. Don't waste it, people. Do your part, play a role, get where you need to. You can tune in for work or in your vehicle. If you got a problem, pick up the phone. Why wait? It's a time calling. It's a show with no matter even if you're at home. Just call in. WB. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Another day is here. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. We gotta keep moving, na 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 na. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Everybody gotta put their time in. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Voice our opinion and place your calling. WB. Be yourself, see yourself. This is a show, my people. Believe our hopes up to needless reason. Nobody feel left out. It's the vibe we dealing. Let's find a solution. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Love, respect, unselfishness and cooperation. That's how we need to build a strong nation. We are the people to make the changes. We are the changes. WB. And all the things that must happen under God blue skies. And nothing make people get victimized. Let's work together for better. We got to unite. Belize, yeah. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Another day is here. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. We gotta keep moving, na 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 na. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Everybody gotta put their time in. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Voice our opinion and place your calling. WB.
morning, Belize. Welcome to the WB Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes. It's a Wednesday morning where I'm at. It's kind of sunny to start the day on this Wednesday, 15th July 2026. I'm Mose, Hyde, and I am so thankful that I have health, life, strength to be here with you this morning to host once again Belize's premier morning conversation. That we wake up weekday mornings and we wake up reason. We got to welcome you all to the house. I am hosting remotely today, so as you are able to see if you're watching us on XTV or on our streams, that I am not in the studios at Zing Fence. But everything else remains the same. It's the same format, and indeed, we might have a different phone number, and that's it. All right? We look different phone number, but that is the same show. It's very important to emphasize that. We're there on radio. We're available on XTV, of course, to those who are getting us on our apps or via social media streams. To those who are getting served via simulcast coverage, we're just glad you're there. We're glad that you make it a habit of starting your day with us. We don't take it for granted. We hope that we maintain the standards that you respect, that this is how your day start. And that's beautiful. So we hope that you got up this morning with excellent health. If not excellent, we hope it's good enough for you to do the stuff that you need to do. Of course, as always, we hope your energy today full, your vibrations positive, and additionally, self-interesting. We hope that your morning is big enough and flexible enough that you can spend quality time with us, as well as, of course, ultimately, the main thing, jump into the conversation. That's what we're hoping for every time we get you. Right now, we are going to start with what we call the warm-ups. If you are a regular here, you know the routine. We got news for you. We got a weather forecast for you. That's where we start, actually. With the weather forecast from the National Met Service, forecaster Tariq Matthews tells us what kind of day we can expect.
Good morning, Belize. Overnight, it was pretty much quiet, with only a few showers observed over the Toledo district. Our latest radar observation showed only isolated showers, mostly over the Belize district, with a few showers well offshore of Half Moon Key. A tropical wave just over the country is supporting moist and unstable conditions. The 24-hour forecast: partly cloudy skies becoming mostly cloudy this morning. Showers and thunderstorms will be isolated at first, with activity gradually increasing over the country as the morning progresses. Then, showers and thunderstorms will decrease this evening and become generally isolated tonight, except for the south, where a few showers and isolated thunderstorms could likely occur. Please note that an excessive rainfall watch remains in effect, especially for the south. Excessive rainfall of up to 2 to 4 inches or more are possible mostly over the south during the next 24 hours. Residents are advised to continue monitoring the weather situation and stay tuned for flood updates from the National Hydrological Service and NEMO. The maximum temperatures for today will reach 87 degrees Fahrenheit along the coast, 91 inland, and 77 up in the hills. The low temperatures for tonight will drop to around 80 degrees Fahrenheit along the coast, 74 inland, and 67 up in the hills. The winds will be from the east at 10 to 20 knots with higher gusts, and the sea conditions will be moderate to rough. Please note that a small craft caution remains in effect for gusty winds and rough seas near heavy showers and thunderstorms. Operators of small craft should exercise caution. A high tide will occur this morning at 10:14, followed by a low tide this evening at 5:36. Another high tide tonight at 11:37, and another low tide early tomorrow morning at 4:46. The sun will set this evening at 6:30 and will rise early tomorrow morning at 5:26. The moon will rise this morning at 6:40 and will set tonight at 7:56. In the sargassum forecast, there's a high chance that more sargassum mats will affect beaches across the country during the coming days. The outlook for Thursday and Thursday night: skies will be cloudy at times, with generally isolated showers or isolated thunderstorms expected. In the tropical weather outlook, things continue to remain quiet as no tropical cyclone development is expected over the area during the next 48 hours. For a review of our forecast and other products, please visit our website at nms.gov.bz. Our next forecast comes out at 12 p.m. this afternoon. With that, we're in this morning's forecast from the Belize National Met Service.
The first private radio in Belize since 1989, Creme FM presents the news. Informative, accurate, current information, local, regional, and international news, weather and sports. And now, the news.
And now the morning news. Part of the ongoing upgrade of the George Price Highway between Farbers Road and Western Avenue includes raising sections of the highway, raising sections of the roadway. Some residents have noticed that the new drainage will sit significantly higher, leaving certain homes at a much lower elevation. That has raised concerns about the potential for extreme flooding on those properties. Here is what the Chief Engineer Evandale Moody said when we asked about it.
We are building lines, sidewalks, side drains to accommodate runoff from the highway. The drains that you see there being constructed appears to be higher than the existing road because the existing road has to be raised, right? As you may recall, and as you may be aware, that area, especially between the cemetery, Western Avenue and Farbers Road has always been inundated and with flood waters. And that is because if you are aware, there's going west, there's Crewman Lagoon on the left-hand side. And then there's another lagoon area behind Leslie's on the right-hand side going towards Farbers Road. Both those catchment area were original catchment area to pick up runoff for that area in the city. Those areas have been reclaimed. People live in those areas now, and so right now there's nowhere for the water to go, and that water goes back to the highway. So what we have to do, we have to build new lines, sidewalks, side drains along the section of the highway on both sides, and so the road would be raised within that area to accommodate those drains. And then behind those box drains that we're building, there's still an easement for a secondary drain that will be there to pick up runoff from the properties, because all those properties on the left-hand side and the right-hand side are extremely low. And so what we're doing along the highway is increasing the elevation of the road to ensure that the road does not flood. And behind the drains also, we have weep holes that will be able to pick up runoff from the properties that could lead into the drain. However, you have to be mindful that those properties, as I said before, are very, very low. And the only way those could be completely alleviated from for water is if they raise their property, but that would be completely difficult to do.
Wow. Have you assessed how many people will be impacted?
We believe that it's only at the beginning where you have the BDF outpost going past Mirab towards, I think, about Leslie's. Everything else has a drain behind that will be able to pick up that runoff. All properties will have an access ramp going.
Excuse me, the National Garifuna Council Tuesday held a peaceful protest outside of the Honduras Embassy in Belize City. It began with a march from Marion Jones Stadium after 9 a.m. It was meant as a stand of solidarity with Garifuna communities in San Juan, Honduras, who are, who are facing military intimidation and threats to their ancestral lands. The council highlighted the deep historical ties between Belizean and Honduran Garinagu. Many Belizean families have ancestors who traveled to Taylor in the early and mid-20th century to work for the United Food Company, settling in San Juan and Tornabay. The NGC says those connections remain through blood, marriage, culture, and shared history. The NGC also notes that some Belizean Garinagu descend from survivors of the 1937 massacre in San Juan, when families were attacked and forced to flee to Belize. Their call is for history not to repeat itself. At the end of the protest, the NGC delivered a statement to the ambassador that will be forwarded to the Honduran president. We hear from NGC President Alex Norberto and Efasina Efuyemi, Assistant Treasurer of the NGC.
There are a series of adjoining communities along the coast, Garifuna communities in particular. And so these lands, all people are being dispossessed for agricultural purposes, for tourism and so on. So the special interest groups are being protected by the government. And so that is a continuous situation where we are being pushed off our land. It's the same thing in Belize. You are aware of the Hopkins City situation where City is claiming the northern end of Hopkins, which is high value because of its tourism value. It's the same thing in St. Bight and all the other Garifuna communities. So we stand in solidarity with our brothers and sisters in Honduras because what is happening in Honduras can happen in Belize, and we need to be aware that we are next. And if we don't put a stand in Honduras, then we will have to put a stand in Belize. We are concerned for their safety. The militarization of Honduras, particularly in San Juan and those other adjoining villages, is a very frightening situation, and all it takes is one person to make a mistake, pull the trigger, and we have another massacre. So we are concerned about that.
Justice must be served for Garinago. That's right. We want our rights to be respected, and we are demanding that governments do so by their obligation as governments, as stewards of our nations. They must respect our rights without discrimination. That's right. No group over any other, because when you serve as Prime Minister, when you serve as President, you serve all of your people. Right. Because you get taxes from all of your people. That's right. And that includes Garinago. In all our countries, we are hard-working people. Garinago, we are one people. We are dispersed, but we are one nation across these borders that were created by the colonizers. Right. And so we stand in solidarity with our people in San Juan, Honduras, in Tornabé. We have a historical connection. All Garinago were left in Honduras. So they are our relatives. That's right. Right. They are our brothers and sisters. They are our cousins. They share DNA with us. Their ancestors are our ancestors. Right. So we remember those that perished in San Juan in 1937. And we are here advocating that history does not repeat itself.
Sargassum harvester as part of its ongoing cleanup efforts. This is in collaboration with the Holchan Marine Reserve, but it does not come free, of course. The specialized equipment is being rented. Last week, the council had to jump into action after a large sargassum mat accumulated near Mose Pizza along Newtown Barracks. Work crews were also dispatched to canals in Southside Belize City that were also being overrun with the macroalgae. Officials reported that an assessment of resource needs was being conducted simultaneously. Yesterday, we spoke with Assistant City Engineer Ramon Menjivar.
And being that we now are getting it, we have engaged into this project to remove it, as we are the governing body to assist in all and any emergencies in the city. So we are now removing it using this equipment, the sargassum harvester. And this sargassum is a very health risk element that attributes health risk to residents, humans. It gives off very toxic fumes that can cause respiratory, lung sickness, and also contaminate elements in your household, like your ACs, your appliances. It is an emergency, so that's why we ventured into cleaning it as quick as possible. We're in consultation with the DTB, and that is where that came in, and so I must be thankful to them. They were very responsive, and they are working with us pretty good, and that's where we came in with the harvester. And it's a rental basis, so it comes with a cost, and all this is it's very expensive. So, but it's something that we need to do, and so we got to get it done, no?
Do you have any estimate of the tonnage of sargassum that has been lifted?
As of yesterday, I think we did about 6 truckloads, which accumulates to about 90 to 100 tons. And we expect to continue this operation for the rest of the week, which will give us a vast amount. And it is something that is keep coming in. So we are looking at it as a continuous effort.
Where the sargassum is accumulating in greater volumes is by the hangar and in canals where other cleanup methods are used. Menjivar also spoke about discussion with businesses in the area.
We have the Kong Shelby area, which we are doing mostly manual picking up, and it runs into the canal. So we are also putting in meshes to deter it from entering more, so that we could contain it and deal with it rather quickly. We also have accumulation at the Bird's Isle area by the bridge just before you're entering into Bird's Isle compound. We also have hangar, the area that area there, but that is a more feasible area because being that the seawall is low, when you have high winds, then it washes out right into the shore. So we can manage that pretty easily because we have the equipment for it. But in instances like here, where the landscape is different, it accumulates along the shoreline or along the seawall, and it's a bit more technical to pick it up because we cannot access it literally or manually to pick it up. Right now, we are just redeploying, so we are taking off the crews from their normal routine, basically, and deploying them to do this effort. We are planning to work with businesses as it is a major threat to their environment or our environment, especially if you see here, the Princess hold a lot of tourists, customers, and it affects them pretty much. The response was positive. They made commitment to work in partnership with the council. So we need to negotiate that with them a little more, and they should come in. They're willing to assist with equipment, but it will be more on the picking up on the land side to cart it away. But there's more dialogue to do, so probably we could get them to assist.
Friday, in his presentation at the opposition's anti-corruption rally in Belize City on Friday, Public Service Union President Dean Flowers advocated for a CICIG-type body in Belize that will tackle high-level corruption. CICIG was the United Nations supported investigative body in Guatemala that forced the resignation of a president who was subsequently jailed.
Today, I offer 3 practical, achievable reforms that can strengthen transparency, protect public funds, and restore public confidence in government. First, and Madam Leader of the Opposition and other leaders out here, the first one is the big one. A United Nations supported anti-corruption investigative commission to investigate high-level corruption and strengthen our local institutions. Second, a fully transparent central procurement unit and mandatory public procurement portal so that every Belizean can see how public money is spent. Third, properly funded, independent, and accountable oversight bodies empowered to investigate wrongdoing, protect whistleblowers, and ensure that corruption leads to prosecution rather than buried reports. These reforms are not theoretical. They are based on successful international models and best practices that have transformed governance in countries facing challenges similar to our own. And nowhere is that lesson clearer than in Guatemala. The country's oversight institutions were overwhelmed under-resourced and unable to effectively pursue high-level corruption cases. Recognizing that the national institutions alone could not solve the problem, Guatemala took an extraordinary step. The Guatemalan government entered into an agreement with the United Nations to establish the International Commission Against Impunity in Guatemala, commonly known as CICIG. It was the recognition that when a system becomes too compromised to police itself, outside expertise and independent support become necessary to restore public trust. The results were remarkable. CICIG helped uncover and prosecute. CICIG helped to uncover and prosecute major corruption networks that had infiltrated state institutions. It contributed to the prosecution of former presidents.
For morning news update here inside the WB Wake Up Believes Morning Vibes. We'll take ourselves a small break. When we come back on the other side, we'll be open for the business of conversation right here on Crumb Radio and on XTV. We come right back here. Good.
Informative, accurate, current information. Crumb's newscast. Local, regional, and international news. Weather and sports.
At Atlantic Bank, your convenience is our priority. Our contact center is designed to enhance your banking experience. With a wide range of customer service options, you save time and effort. You can easily call in to block or unblock your debit and credit cards, perform account inquiries, and access detailed card information. Whether you need assistance with online banking, merchant support, or general inquiries, our team is ready to help. For added convenience, if all operators are busy, you can leave your number and an operator will return your call as soon as possible to ensure you receive the support you need. Depending on your transaction type, we may need to verify your identity through a set of security questions. And remember, Atlantic Bank will never request your username or password for Atlantic Online via phone call, text, or email, ensuring your personal information remains safe and secure. Our support team is available Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. in both English and Spanish. Simply dial 223-1212. This is a dedicated line for our contact center. Atlantic Bank is committed to providing you with exceptional service and the tools you need to manage your finances conveniently and securely. Take full advantage of our easy-to-use contact center services today.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
The biggest football event in the world is finally here, and Smart is giving you the chance to play and win. Before every match starts, predict who will win. The more predictions you make, the more chances you have to win. Get 1 point towards your total when you guess the winning team. Predict the exact score and earn up to 4 points. The top scorer at the conclusion of the World Cup wins the grand prize of $2,500 in cash. That's not all. Players get a chance to win weekly prizes. Plus, our quarter-final winner gets a watch party package. Play directly in the Smart app for just 50 cents per entry. Prediction starts June 1st to July 18, 2026. Don't just watch the World Cup. Play along and win with Smart. Smart, bringing people together.
This is the general. Just coming again. Yeah, yeah. Just one. Just yo, yo. Hey. Take it low, 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 take it low. Then you wine right there, take your time right there.
Amandala is now online. You can now access Amandala's midweek and weekend issues online by logging on to our website at amandala.com.bz/news and joining our membership portal today. There's 5 easy steps to get unlimited access to weekly e-paper, archive publications, and a host of other exclusive contents. Number 1, go to Amandala's website. Number 2, navigate to subscribe areas. Number 3, choose a membership level. Number 4, check out using our secured portal. Number 5, log into the members only section. Telephone numbers 501-280-4703 or 202-4477. Fax us at 501-222-4702, or you could email at amandalapress@yahoo.com or amandalapress@gmail.com. Amandala, all power to the people.
All right, welcome back to the WB Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes. Mose Hyde hosting on this Wednesday morning, the 15th of July, 2026. I want to welcome you back. Everybody where they listen, everybody where they watch. Social media, simulcast coverage. All right. We have Paul here. Good morning, WB. Well, look, yeah.
Good morning. I wake up with a beautiful song in my head this morning. It says, it's a beautiful morning. Why it was a beautiful morning? Brother Mose, I want to apologize to the entire country of Belize. Every single Belizean, I want to apologize today. And I want to apologize to the people who I'm going to be mean to this morning. I'm going to never mention their name. But I apologize because there are people who are trying to get back to me and tell me, why I never like you, they bash my ballet or, you know, my mayor or whatever. Right? So, Mose, I grew up in the 90s. When we really grew up, Pinky and the Brain was the cartoon. You know?
Mm-hmm.
And Pinky get up every morning and ask Brain, what are we going to do today? And they wake up every morning at the same time. And Brain tell her the same thing we do every day, Pinky. Try to take over the world. No. I think we suffer from Pinky and the Brain syndrome, I believe. Because we sent away very great fellows who in academia, in politics, we got a politician when he don't know nothing. Every time the thing get hot, I didn't know. Then you got a man will blame it for somebody. No, I don't feel I should bash Mr. Gordon so much, you know. Because when he does warn us and he don't come, we complain and we say, what? Make me go away at Belmont Pan and not never come. So I don't bash Mr. Gordon so much because he doesn't control the weather. He only tries to predict the weather. And you cannot predict Mother Nature. But the mayor, the man from the road, Mr. Evandale Moody, you could predict when what happen by studying it. Now, we have seen one culvert, one place, there every couple of years that flare up, that problem. You know, one culvert, you can't put 3 culverts, it doesn't work. When the flow comes, it's too much. Put 2 12 by 12 culvert where make the flow faster. But please, man, we sent these people away. They studied well. I don't know if they get scholarship. Wait, before I say that. And they're supposed to be the technocrats. You know, normally when you have people with that kind of level of education, they hit big moves.
Yeah.
They suffer from cranial syndrome, big-headed cranial syndrome.
Right.
Because they know everything. They're too smart for me. But then when I listen to the TV on Monday, after the storm, I wonder, is this a blame game? I don't expect to hear you didn't know or you didn't foresee. This is what you are supposed to be doing. So let's go say we have a mass casualty. There was 300 people died. Why you mean to tell we? It was a once in a lifetime occurrence, or we couldn't predict him to be this serious? That's not what you are there for. You are there to keep up. Well, like I said, I can't blame Mr. Gordon. I really want to bash him too, but I can't. Because he cannot control Mother Nature.
Right.
Now, the people like the people there could say, you know, this thing they come, that one there, we have to mitigate for this in the future. Then are the people who literally bash this money. You understand me? Because you are in the position of knowing. You understand me? Now, Brother Mose, if you notice, when you drive down the Western Highway, a lot of cane fields gone in there. So the land had obstacles and ebbs and flows. But when you bulldoze everything to plant your cane, you kind of make water move a lot faster than way if it normally move, right?
I think I would like to I want to throw something out to you because maybe you could help me. When we have one situation like what happened at Belmopan, where you would have say you have one Mother Nature in this case, have one event where abnormal and it caused damage, it caused the roadway to close down, and it could have been that you end up with casualties because if you got water to come down and people not aware of it, you could have problems. Oh, what's the tip of the spear for a situation like that? But meaning who leads the charge when you have a situation like that?
Brother Mose, I have no idea.
Okay, when a storm they look for come away.
Nemo.
Ah. So I want to know if you help me out because I have not heard. I have not gotten. The question is where what the thing me name Finding Nemo?
Finding Nemo.
Ah. We have one case of one movie where we could name Finding Nemo.
Correct.
Because
and right now that's exactly what's happening. We look for we know the here, we know the here. We know it there. We know that he got equipment, he got things to deal with this. And where is he? But Brother Mose.
So the while the chief Met officer reports and he is a part of the committee of Nemo, he is not Mr. Nemo.
No, he's not.
You have an entire institution that is tasked with preparing our communities and the nation to deal with and any situation that is coming upon us, and then to deal with the aftermath of something that has happened. So, for example, Nemo has certain supplies in the emergency supplies. So even if they were caught off guard, let us say they were caught off guard, Nemo is tasked with the finding out why they were caught off guard. They are tasked with then figuring out how we will distribute help and assistance. Yes, everybody's going to chip in with that. The mayor, we hear him, is going they're out on the ground. Even the representative, we have a photo of him standing in the water, I guess showing how involved he is. And we have the chief Met officer handling interviews, but help me out if I am just not looking at the right places. Have we found Nemo?
No, he's still lost, sir. The ball has been dropped, and for some reason we are still looking for Nemo. We haven't found him recently because Evandale Moody, I don't know if he's a part of Nemo.
I would imagine that he is. If I were to bet, I would say yes. You would have to have the chief engineer as a part of Nemo. So let's assume he is. But they are not there speaking in the capacity. When we have a hurricane, Nemo is
the guy.
Nemo. You are told that Nemo is going to be meeting. And then after the Nemo meeting, you get a Nemo briefing. And then at the Nemo briefing, you will engage with all these different elements of Nemo. So you are to feel that, like when you're in a Wally situation and things get stressful, your big homie come and say, I'll stand with you. That is what Nemo is, right? He's the big bro that comes in. They have they have the powers, they have the assets, they are to do and especially after a thing has happened, because now obviously we've been caught off guard. We are told yesterday by the chief Met officer that he's advocating for an emergency alert system, and he would want the telecommunication operators to facilitate this with the required technology. But respect that the chief Met officer has come out to say that, but who has the biggest bullhorn and who has the biggest obligation right now? Nemo.
Is that Mr. Nemo?
Mr. Nemo.
Ding, 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 ding. Did I win the prize?
So when you came out, when you come on this morning and you direct your complaints, I would have said, with all fairness, we have to give respect to the fact that the chief met officer has been available.
Yeah, but I didn't bash the chief met officer.
We have to give respect, even if you don't like what Mr. Evandale say, you don't agree with him. He is the chief.
No, I didn't bash him either. I was just pointing out that he is the chief engineer.
Yeah.
When it comes to the road, you're not supposed to tell me about Mother Nature. You are there to prepare so that Mother Nature doesn't affect us because you are the chief engineer.
Okay, so
The head honcho, something in charge. That's what your job is.
So,
not to give me excuses.
So, Brother Collymore, he and the other key technocrats, professionals, are to be brought in, and an immediate assessment done to see, well, you know, that is what Nemo used to say. It's like, I want to hear from the weather people. What happened? No, you grossly underestimated the amount of water that was to come. What are the challenges there? You send out the engineers on the ground to see, well, okay, what are some of the reasons? Not a guess game, you know. And then Nemo is to give us a report. It is supposed to report and say, this is what happened, these were the problems, and these are our recommendations. They're supposed to be engaged with to find out on the ground who needs assistance, who has been damaged, and they're supposed to provide that assistance. That's the role of Nemo. And I am sorry, but from my neck of the woods, Nemo seems a little bit quiet. Nemo seems a little...
You mean you should say lost. He doesn't know where he's at.
Finding Nemo.
Yeah, that is the dilemma. No, Brother Mose,
Yes,
see,
sir.
the reason why I brought up Pinky and the Brain is because Pinky and the Brain were literally crazy. They were literally, when you think about it, they were two lunatics. Now, I want to tell you something. Brain had ideas. Pinky was a loyal fellow who just followed, okay, how dumb the idea seemed. He did it because he was Pinky. His job was to follow. Now, I feel that we have crazy people. We understand that craziness is there. Lunacy. But when you keep doing the same thing over, Mose, but yet expecting different results. Like what day you want to sit down and say, you know, we try this thing so long and it never work. Maybe we should try something new. You understand what I say? I don't want when the thing done, you come and you tell me, I blame it. Listen to me. You are not there to give me that. I don't want to hear that from you. The reason why I put you there is because you are the man who got the knowledge, the experience, we're supposed to go mitigate and see past what's going to happen. I mean, right now we talk about how much $1 million your highway, $69 million. Are we going to build this highway and then find out why, well, we never planned that or we never see that they come on? You understand what I'm saying, Mose? We're going to spend $69 million and we're going back for a supplementary about 22 more than that because we are never satisfied. We are telling you and cause one thing and then we're going away and tell you, you know what? Why we never estimate this and that, and we never foresee this and that, and we need an $24 million.
So did you hear the explanation given over the concerns that residents have about the elevated drainage sidewalks on the rebuild going on, the road construction going on both highways, in fact, because a similar situation exists in Ladyville, you know that, where and you listen, better drainage, especially at certain parts of the road where it was traditionally flooding. It definitely needed work in front of when you're on the George Price Highway. After you pass the cemetery, there is an area that floods all the time when you're coming through Ladyville, and you're by where the supermarkets are, that area by Love Lotus and those areas. We know that there's always been flooding, so there's obviously a need. But the question is a fair question. If you build up the road and you build up the sidewalks and you elevate it, like it's almost like a wall. The height of it, what you are essentially doing is you are creating a swimming pool behind there in people's yards. I'm not an engineer. I don't want to pretend to be one, but I know you are in the construction business, Brother Collymore. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, Brother Mose, I want to tell you this.
Yes, sir.
I know a white guy, an American.
Yeah.
And I wish I could have called him, but you know, I like if I call him.
Okay.
He said, look, I've been in Belize for 47 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I've watched Belizeans dig drain. And every single time I see them, they dig the drain, I ask, I wonder why then they waste the money. What drain could work where there is what they call a gradient. So the drain will flow to this direction. You cannot have a drain where the water not gonna know where to go. And even if you think about it, so let's say we have a drain that's called Crewman Lagoon. We have what we call a pump station that pumps it to the adequate drains, like where the screw there carry it out. You have one lock. You have drains. You understand me? A lot of drains there. But where will the water go? If it's so low, you got some place in a Belize City, Mose, whenever the tide rises, the water come up. Where will the water go? So if you want to build a drain, for example, you want to build a drain a Farbars Road, but you know, got one area will lead out to the sea. Yeah, drain to where? Where will it drain to? Like, for example, you build this drain by the burying ground, right? Well, of course, I know they want to raise the road there because you can't get the road way down there. Now, where will the water go, Mose? Like, will this drain interconnect with one drain? We'll go to the next drain, we interconnect to another drain that leads it out? No, Papa. All we need to do that dig hole, put money in the ground. Most of these drains are cheap, you know. You look at the amount of bricks we go in there and drain. I think then are 8-inch blocks. Then they pour cement the bottom, pour cement the top. If you look at the steel where they in there and drain, Brother Mose, and I don't know why we need half-inch steel in there. Then you can just put 3/8. But I want to tell you something, Mose. My goodness, that one a lot of money we spend to clog up because we don't have. As a matter of fact, we don't have one cleaning system.
So with the bill on reservoir, we know the bill on drain.
With the bill one catchment for mud and mosquito and garbage.
All right.
You understand what they say? And we did continue to do it. Nobody has sit down and say, you know what? If we build this drain here, why don't we dig a lake or a pond and then we run it there? And then we have one system that pumps it to the river. Like, let's go to Ladyville right there. You have Ladyville. Well, the river is a little bit. It may be closer down by Love Lotus. It will be closer than if you go up by Lards Bank. It would be farther that way. So you would have the drains coming from Lards Bank Junction or past Lards Bank Junction, the drains begin. Now, you would try to find where the water is easier. Even if you had to take and say, okay, so we have this piece of property here, you know, use, we are dig one hole, we want to use it as one catchment, then we are run one pipe system and pump it to the river. You understand what I'm saying? Then you want to free up the drain because the drains are overwhelmed. Now you look at Belmont and they have.
But you know, answer my question in here at all. Do you do you feel if you lived in front of, or these drains were being built in front of your property, do you feel that it would have a serious consequence on your yard if you are not able to fully fill it up higher than the elevated sidewalk and the elevated highway?
It wouldn't have a damn thing to do with my yard. You know why? Because I think ahead. I, first of all, will never build a house more than 4 feet off the ground. I don't think that the weather they come and climate change and you want to have the record way and the undersea. So you have to think about these things. Most on Penn Road, I live on Penn Road, and they built the drains. When they were building the drains, you know what I did? I went and I got 4-inch pipe, and I run them one slant out of my yard to the drain. You know what I found amazing?
But that required money though.
But most this require you having some civic pride, some brains, and say, boy, you know something.
You need,
this water will come up in my yard.
You need money though, Kalimur.
But most when we got one bashment, we could go and pay ultra VIP. How much a piece of pipe?
Much people.
$90 a pipe, you get 4 pieces out there. Man, come on, man. With priorities, Mose. We got to have better priorities anyway.
You like bash, you like bash the concert people like that become a hobby of yours, you know. Like left alone, how much people could really afford ultra VIP? But I like, come on now, come on.
Listen to me, Mose.
The majority of people got anything to pay for.
Our priority. Let's not bash the concert. Yeah. Let's just say everybody want to wear one Jordan tennis. Everybody want one iPhone. All right, you see Kalimor not got a phone right now. You know why? Because the phone drop in block and I don't got the time to go that tongue and put it. Get it? But I want to tell you this.
So that way to talk to me pan now.
Well, I borrow my workman phone. I put the chip in my phone because I realize I have a medical condition. Is that when I can't call the radio man, I have a serious problem at the end of the day. It battles up inside of me, and I'm a different person. Mose.
Got it.
So I need to release if something is in my head, I gotta get it out. Because then I can get crazy or I might hurt somebody where not deserve it.
I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't want that for sure.
Up things inside.
All right.
Now when I'm glad I never had no way for watching news, you know. But Monday I asked me workman and I put on the thing and when I look, because I listen to it Sunday on the radio that Monday, was it Monday or Sunday? That the floods were there. When you look at that water, Mose, that never only trickle, you know. This was churning, bubbling torrents. You drop in and that you're going to go. A vehicle, one small car, that's what watch that way. You understand me? So, what I was saying, Mose, is this. If we in Belize prioritize, let's just think about this. We are putting in people to lead us. Do we check these people? Do we really say, you know, I can understand give somebody one break. And then right now, for example, Mose, I have no fear that Edward Brassa will be a good minister. But I'm literally going to transfer and give him the vote. You know why? Because I can't say he won't be good if I don't support him. I am literally going to vote for him so I could tell him, I told you so you wouldn't have been a good minister. Now he has to prove me wrong.
That's interesting logic. That's interesting logic. But I call him more.
Give him a break because I want to see if I just he not make it, he not be a good one, then how would I know if I don't actually support him to see and then point the finger and tell her, told you so.
Call him more.
Anyway,
Respect. This is WB Wake Up Billy's Morning Vibes. The telephone number is actually my cell phone number. You can WhatsApp. It's 672-4770. We got to go to 2 Cents Scam, take our first break of the morning. Then we come back with more WB Wake Up Billy's Morning Vibes for today.
WB, and this is XTV. Big respect to our sponsors, 4 Point Security. And we're going around to the city to find out about these vendors who do cooking, because we hear that chicken gone up. So make we really find out the people in to say how serious they take their chicken when they cook every day. Let me see the price gone up. Yeah. I know you do the chicken every day for your business sale. You keep your chicken the same price?
Yes, man. I keep your chicken the same price. One reason first of all, right now the way how costs are living there, they high. The poor people there can't afford too much when you raise your price. Although they say the price is raised, but I could balance myself with the 325. I love that.
Food for the same price?
Yes, man.
Every day?
Every day. Same price, nothing raised.
See that I wish Julian too,
For the love, not for the money.
We know chicken gone up. We want to know if your food prices gone up because chicken gone up.
No, but I not gone up. $12 there. You're ready to buy that now. You can get that too.
Look at that. See chicken every day, $12.
We understand the inflation, but you know, we still have to feed people. We got rice, and we got stew beans, and we got coconut and white bread. We still get your chicken. But I see $12 there. Any other questions, sir?
Every great job starts at Brothers Habet with the best supplies and the right support, including free delivery on site, so you can focus on the job. Brothers Habet, working with contractors since 1983.
Altona is one of the most visited Mayan city up until lately. The adjacent communities have collaborated together to see how they can get a space here that the wood carvers could actually market and sell their product. Not having the POS machine in the past, we have lost a lot of sales. Atlantic Bank helped supported our business, giving us the opportunity to get the POS machine. Now with the POS machine, we are able to do more sales, and that will, also bring more, finance to our families.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
El evento de fútbol más grande del mundo por fin llegó y Smart te invita a vivir toda la emoción del mundial. Antes de que empiece cada partido, predice quién se lleva la victoria. Entre más predicciones hagas, más oportunidades acumulas. Suma un punto cuando le aciertes al equipo ganador y si le atinas al marcador exacto, obtienes hasta 4 puntos. La persona con más puntos al terminar el mundial se lleva $2,500 en efectivo. Y eso no es todo. También habrá premios semanales durante toda la competencia. Además, el líder de los cuartos de final se lleva un paquete completo para armar su Watch Party. Participa directamente desde la app de Smart por solo 50 centavos por participación. Las predicciones estarán disponibles del 1 de junio al 18 de julio del 2026. No solo veas el mundial, vívelo con Smart. Smart, bring people together.
Today will be the inauguration of the backup water system. This will be able to assist the Pomona Water Board to expand, and if there's a breakdown with the current system, this can also be a backup. There are times when, especially in the dry season, when the current system might run low or might run dry, and that by itself creates a problem to fetch water. So we are hopeful that if this is not used as much right now, when the other system runs low, this will kick in.
We must ensure that people have access to clean, safe potable water just like everybody else across this country. What you see here today is an investment of over $160,000. It includes all the pipes that you see here. We also have other accessories. We have a backup generator. We have the solar system. And we also have a booster pump.
The most difficult part that hinders development is the access of water. We have reduced significantly the amount of people that were deprived from accessing a basic need such as water.
I am elated, very happy to be here, receiving the system. I think everybody would be very happy, very happy.
When we call it, we have no water, no nothing. That was an empty spot, but it's home now. They have a pipe right out there, so it's still okay, just that we had to reach up to get the water. I cannot wait to have it reach to our door.
Belize is growing, and as our nation grows, so does the demand for electricity and new energy solutions. More homes, more businesses, more opportunities. BEL continues to strengthen the system that supports this growth, reinforcing infrastructure and solidifying capacity, preparing for what's ahead, ensuring reliable service for homes, for businesses, and for communities across Belize. Keeping the lights on every single day. Belize Electricity Limited, prepared for growth, prepared for Belize.
Catu's Trucking is the one place that can handle all your concrete mix needs. 50-pound sandbags, white sand, sand and gravel, river sand, black dirt, clay and landfill, washed white sand, concrete mix and limestone. We also do land clearing, road construction, and excavation. For all your building and home projects, visit us at mile 14 on the Philip Golson Highway. Call or WhatsApp at 673-1118, 671-9199, or 661-5863. We're open Mondays to Saturdays. Our prices are so good you can't get a better deal anywhere. Catu's Trucking, where we do things right.
When the power goes out, life is disrupted. Be prepared and keep your home powered up with a generator from Benquip. We carry brands such as Honda, Kohler, and JCB. Schedule your installation, maintenance, and assessment to keep your generator ready and waiting to protect your family and home the next time the power fails. Stay in control of your power with a generator from Benquip. Equipment, parts, service.
You're up against some tough challenges. But not all heavy-duty lubricants can handle the pressure. Until now. Introducing Ridgeline Lubricants. A homegrown solution engineered right here to solve the hurdles you face every day. Backed by experts who understand the ups and downs of where you're operating and what's at stake. Specially formulated to protect your equipment so you can push past grueling hours, heavy loads, and harsh conditions to reach for greater productivity. Ridgeline Lubricants. Long live your equipment.
Welcome back to the WB Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes. It's Wednesday morning, the 15th of July, 2026. I'm Mose Hyde. I'm hosting today remotely, not in the studios, not behind the zinc fence as I did yesterday. Hosting remotely this week. But we have the same show, different phone line. That's the only thing. We have a different phone number for you to call. The number for you to call is 672-4770. So that is the number that you are to use to join in on the conversation. Call in, WhatsApp, if that works best for you. Link with us and let's have the conversation on this Wednesday morning. It's Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes. All right? And I have some thoughts, and we mentioned in our news about some of the comments made by the president of the Public Service Union at the protest that was held on Friday. And the story, one of the stories that is covered by the news team, is his call for there to be Belize's version of CICIG. And great. I applaud Brother Dean for that. In the midst of everything that we're experiencing, it's not good enough to just condemn. It's not good enough to just be upset, because we've been through these cycles over and over and over and over and over. And we still don't have anything in place. After all these years, after all these scandals from one administration to the next administration, we don't have what I would call a sheriff. No. I don't know how many of you like Western movies. I tend to like them. And we know that it's really not an accurate depiction of what the West was. We know that the Hollywood, we know all of that. But some of it has very factual things in it. And one of the elements of one of your cliche elements of a Western movie, good Western movie, is that you have the tongue, and the tongue doesn't have a sheriff, right? But I have a call, so I'll shut up. Good morning, WB. Good morning. Yes, go ahead. Yes, yes.
Good morning, sir. Philip over here.
Yes, greetings, Philip.
Yes, sir. I just want to add a little 2 cents to you and Mr. Collimore's conversation,
right,
in relation to the flooding situation in Belmopan.
Mm-hmm.
I believe the slip down came when the Education, Warning and Communication Committee sort of dropped the ball in terms of communication. You highlighted it. And I want to go back in time to when Colonel Defoe was the Deputy National Emergency Coordinator, and I the regional, one of the regional coordinators and the operation manager at NEMO at the time. Once the Prime Minister has been briefed, Mose, along with the minister responsible for NEMO, the CAPSEC, they automatically should have sent out an alert and notification to the country, to the nation and people of Belize. That is where they dropped the ball. Secondly, I know Saturday was a huge football, volleyball day for the country, for those who watch it and participate, what have you, but the Broadcasting Authority, along with the Education Warning Committee from NEMO, should have sent out a text blast smart BTL telephone users with the information. If you were preoccupied with some other event or participated in something that had you occupied, not focusing on what was happening with the weather. Secondly, I believe even if they had to use next gen or digit TV, we are at a stage and a point in time in 2026 where the authority has the power to communicate these emergency trips, emergency information and alerts to the nation, the people and country, I believe this is where the slip happened. Thank God, fortunately, the highways weren't overwhelmed to the extent where the flood situation didn't undermine the roadways that could have caused a mass casualty or any sort of casualty situation owing to the rain and the flooding.
Yeah,
so I hope.
So I would just like to throw in there, Philip. You mentioned Brother Defoe, and
yes, sir.
And a lot of I want to thank him because over the past couple of years, recent years, he has not really been a caller to the WUB, but very often he is giving me insights, and I have immense respect for his experience. I have immense respect. I have immense respect for his character, and I have immense respect for the fact that that's somebody, I mean, who I would say really loves the country and wants to see excellence, right? No, it's unfortunate. I have complained to him in the past that he's not really interested to come up front and get involved, get in the fray, as they would say. But what I have learned is that things are not functioning in Nemo at this point as it would have been functioning in the past, and that it needs to be held accountable. And the points that have been made, in my view, are extremely solid, and I feel that Nemo should be able to stand and respond and say, listen, these are the things we did. These are the things which we feel we could have done better. We cannot have a Nemo functioning at less than optimal, because we are talking here about, at the core of its job description, is saving and protecting lives. So you can't be sensitive in that. You can't be feelings in that, and we can't give you a pass. We have to see, okay, you know what? Yes, nobody died, great. The water is going down now, great. But did we handle that well? I know that you have been involved at the very least. You were once the counselor responsible for SEMO, which would have meant that you were a part of the whole Nemo ecosystem. So I want to say, your political participation aside, you are speaking from participation. You are speaking from a level of experience. So I appreciate the call.
Thank you. Secondly, Mose, and to your audience, once the Education Warning Communication Committee puts out this information, automatically, I believe Nemo should have had a partial activation almost immediately, because with flooding, people will be moving, shelters need to be open, shelters need to be commandeered by the authorities or the shelter management team with their shelter wardens. Immediately after the weather holds up, then all aspects of Nemo should have been on the ground conducting a rapid needs analysis. And this is so that the system can identify all those who have been affected, whether it would have been livestock, agriculture, the housing kit, whether or not people needed humanitarian assistance, medical assistance, and stuff like that. So again, this is not me complaining or creating fear, because I could have called in long before now. I could have raised the alarm during the storm, but you would have put people in a precarious position, and you don't want people to be in a state of fear, and you don't want people to be worrying. But it is concerning. I hope that the ministry corrects what it didn't do. This is the first system that has affected us in this way for the hurricane season. I hope that it doesn't repeat itself. The minister has to hold the ministry accountable for the slip. This is a major blunder. This is not just a political criticism, but this is a serious criticism where the minister has to hold the ministry accountable. Now, if it is that there are persons there, new persons, because Colonel Defoe isn't there, then the people who are there aren't prepared, aren't trained enough. They're not even acting outside their capacity, because then they should have known what ought to have been done for and on behalf of the people of Belize, in particular, the villages along the George Price Highway, including Belmopan City proper, and heading down the Hummingbird Highway, and including the District of Toledo. So I hope that all the committees, when they do their reassessment or their post-mortem of what went wrong, I hope they do the due diligence and they correct what went wrong. It's oftentimes we hear, oh, tabletop exercise, we're prepared, we're ready. And then when the actual scenario hits and the system tests the system, man, your report card isn't looking great at this point in time. So I make this appeal, Belize City and all other municipalities, look at this as a learning lesson and be prepared. We were never once in my time, they could say one whole lot of things and criticize one whole lot. It was my duty to ensure that Belize City was safe with the team. And it's a team effort, not an I effort or a me effort. It's all of our business to ensure that we do what is right and you follow the standard operating procedures. It is there and it should be followed. Your second thing that your discussion that you jumped into, and I'll jump off the line, was the end all to everything our country is facing, red or blue, green, yellow, purple. Past that time, if we want to take the streets for something, make we take the streets to ensure that this government, any subsequent government, sign the United Nations Convention Against Corruption. That is the only fail-safe mechanism that will protect and be the vanguard that protects taxpayers' dollars and protects the system. And even with that, for some reason, the human person, the human mind, the human brain, will still try to find one way, but at least we will have laws with teeth and claws that will allow for the judiciary and other independent bodies of arms of government, like the office of the ombudsman, the auditor general, etc., can take these persons before a judge, and then that judge adjudicate over the matter. But we need to force the signing of the UNCAC legislation and bring it forth to law. That is the only safeguard, and this should be the mantra of any new future politician that is in the woodworks and wants to step into the political arena. Push for the UNCAC. And I'll leave it at that with you for this morning, Mose. Thank you.
All right, thank you for the call. This is WB Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes. Mose hosting on this Wednesday morning. The telephone number is 672-4770. We'll take a quick break because we have to try to stay on time with these things. We'll take a break. We come back. The conversation continues right here inside Creme Radio and XTV.
It is a distinct honor to be here in Belize for the launch of the Caribbean Development Bank's Basic Needs Trust Fund 11th program, BNTF 11. For more than 4 decades, BNTF has stood as one of the bank's most visible and impactful instruments for community-based poverty reduction. Here in Belize, the legacy is clear. Over the past 25 years, BNTF has completed 79 sub-projects in vulnerable communities at an estimated cost of $23.79 million United States dollars. Through BNTF 11, we have begun a new cycle of investments. This investment of more than $5.2 million United States dollars represents far more than approved financing. It represents a renewed commitment.
BNTF has supported transformative investments in education, water and sanitation, community infrastructure, livelihoods, and social development. Through BNTF 11, we have an opportunity to build on that legacy by ensuring that our investments respond directly to the needs of our people, particularly the most vulnerable among us.
The new school building has made a huge difference for me and my classmates. The improvement to our school have made our learning environment cleaner, safer, and more comfortable. Thank you to the Caribbean Development Bank, with the Social Investment Fund, the government, and everyone else who helped.
No one must be left behind. Not that child attending school in rural Toledo, not the farmer in Orange Rock, not the family in Corozal, not the communities that continue to face challenges accessing basic services.
Nando's Wholesale is your market leader in Belize's wholesale industry when it comes to high-quality products at the most reasonable and competitive prices. With over 40 years in the wholesale business, Nando's Wholesale embraces the partnership of the hotel industry in Belize by providing world-renowned brands in wines, seasonings, condiments, and cleaners in industrial sizes, as well as small and large kitchen appliances and equipment. Nando's also takes pride in providing one of the quietest and most durable air conditioning systems in Belize with technical support and spare parts. Nando's Wholesale. Professional, reliable, effective, and prompt. Nando's Wholesale always delivers. Visit us at www.nandos.bz or send an email to nandos@nandos.bz. Or, even better yet, give us a call today at 222-500 or 280-8080 to speak to one of our sales representatives today.
No one should be up at this time. If you're still up, it's not you. It's your mattress. Because the right mattress changes everything. Sherwood Bedding Luxury Resort Pillow Top Mattress. Sleep better, wake better. Available at Design Depot. All in one place.
Altoona is one of the most visited Mayan city up until lately. The adjacent communities have collaborated together to see how they can get a space here that the wood carvers could actually market and sell their product. Not having the POS machine in the past, we have lost a lot of sales. Atlantic Bank helped supported our business, giving us the opportunity to get the POS machine. Now with the POS machine, we are able to do more sales, and that will, also bring more, finance to our families.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together. Have a vision? We've got what you need. From idea to install, Brothers Habet. All your building needs under one roof.
This is the general. They just coming again. Yeah, yeah. They just one. They just yo. Hey, take it low, 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 take it low. Then you wine right there. Right there, you're doing fine right there. You blow my mind right there. Take it low, 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 take it low. Hey, babina hanuma, wabina punta. Hey, babina hanuma, wabina punta.
It all seems cool. Hanging on the street, no school to keep you back, no 8-to-5 job to hold you down, no responsibilities, running things in your neighborhood, guns, drugs, fame. Even the media calls your name like you're a big deal, until you're lying on the street, dead, your mother crying, kids left without a father. 'Cause make no mistake, that's where you'll end up. Today, tomorrow, a year from now, 5 years from now. In Belize, when you choose to join a gang, there are only two things in your future: a hole in Lord Ridge or a cell at Kobe. Gang life is no life. Choose to live free and live right. A message from the Ministry of Home Affairs and the Violence Prevention and Enforcement Unit.
biggest football event in the world is finally here, and Smart is giving you the chance to play and win. Before every match starts, predict who will win. The more predictions you make, the more chances you have to win. Get 1 point towards your total when you guess the winning team. Predict the exact score and earn up to 4 points. The top scorer at the conclusion of the World Cup wins the grand prize of $2,500 in cash. That's not all. Players get a chance to win weekly prizes. Plus, our quarter-final winner gets a watch party package. Play directly in the Smart app for just 50 cents per entry. Prediction starts June 1st to July 18, 2026. Don't just watch the World Cup. Play along and win with Smart. Smart, bringing people together.
To the WB Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes, Wednesday morning, the 15th of July, 2026. Mose Hyde hosting today on post, as always, is live on Creme Radio and on XTV. You know how it works. The rules don't change, even though today I'm hosting remotely, as I did yesterday, so I'm not in the studio. But we're on, and it might look different, but it's still the same except for the phone number. The number for you to call is 672-4770. That's the direct line for you to participate in the conversation. Let me, before I jump into into the deep end again, just quickly remind you, which I've not done this morning, that our fundraising barbecue for Creme Radio takes place on Friday the 24th. That's next week Friday, from 11 until 1:30. We are asking you, as we did all the other times, please support, but make sure you order. Don't wait until the day when you feel hungry if you say, oh, I want to try the Creme People barbecue. Don't do it like that. Order your monk for now. Check with anybody that has had one before. Like, check with them and see what they think. Because we are very confident that if you check with anybody that has had one of our barbecue from the previous fundraisers, they will tell you that the thing they happen. Okay? So support the thing. It's Friday the 24th. Fundraising Barbecue Creme Radio. Also, next week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, it is the Belize Diaspora Summit 3.0. It's taking place in Belize. It's called the Homecoming Edition. Unlike the previous two that were in the United States, California and Florida, this one is home. Belize Diaspora, bringing together the family, Belizeans, Belizean Americans living abroad, and we were there. And so it's an opportunity for us here to jump in, to engage in these conversations. It's an all-day thing, and we are very honored to be one of the partners, official media partner of the event. So we're bringing you live coverage on both those days. So line it up and put it on your calendar. All right, it's going to be at the Grand Resort and Residences. And that's the bit of housekeeping that we have this morning. Quickly remind you, number is 6724770. So the last segment was talking about some of the comments made by President of the Public Service Union, Dean Flowers, which we carried in our news as a separate story from the protest coverage. We did it last night, this morning, where he speaks to the need for us to have our own version of CICIG. And it is a position that we have taken in the past. And after that, we got that call from former City Councillor Philip Willoughby, speaking on the matter of UNCAC, which again is something that we support completely. And it is not surprising why it seems to be there somewhere in purgatory, because it's not being pushed and there's no pressure behind it, and it's not in the interest of the political class to enable it. And UNCAC is, at the end of the day, we can speak of all these things about what agencies, what rules, regulations, legislation, laws, all of that stuff. Nothing changes if we are not serious. We cannot be just content with condemning or writing a post, being critical, burn out, call on a show, go get on a show, host a show, show all our opinions and talk all of that. It has to be that this is a conviction that we want our society to be shaped by order in the highest level, integrity in the highest level. And I was speaking to the analogy of a Western movie that features a town. You know, we've seen it where the town doesn't have a sheriff. And the images of a town that doesn't have a sheriff is like everything that happen, anything could happen. You know a town you want to walk in. Man just shoot man for no reason. It's chaos. It's craziness. There's no sheriff. Well, in our affairs, we don't have any sheriff. No, we have a police department that tries to make our community spaces and our nation safe. And, you know, we know that we have some major issues there. But just imagine if we didn't have any of that. Any officer, any judiciary, any way to hold people, conduct, behave. It'll just be the wild, wild west. You know, Western shootout kind of town. Absolutely. You do where you want. Nobody will be safe. We don't have a sheriff, right? So whether it's CICIG, whether it's enabling UNCAC, it is a step towards creating a sheriff. We have an ombudsman office right now, but no ombudsman. We have an integrity commission, but the majority of the integrity commission members are chosen by the ruling government at the time. So we don't have much. You know, I spent some time over the weekend reading up, since corruption is the thing we're talking about right now. You know, we go through these cycles. We're engaging on it. And a number of people over the years have used the country of Singapore as an example of a country that has genuinely fought against corruption in public life. It is a hallmark of their governance culture and their very strong rules. And so I went to read up a bit about it, you know, just to kind of find out, you know, all the different components. And so Singapore has an agency called the Corruption Practices Investigative Bureau, right? That exists for the sole purpose of trying to catch people who are involved with corruption, right? And so when it comes to Transparency Index, Singapore is a country that has low corruption, and it's always used an example of no corruption. If you could just bear with me a call, let me finish this point. Well, let me take the call. I will stick up in and hopefully I'm able to finish it. WUB, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. You have to listen to me through the phone. Hello. All right. Caller, you cannot listen to me on the TV or on the radio, or you have to listen to me through your cell phone or your telephone when you call. If you don't, you will be hearing a delayed version of me and you won't be able to communicate with me. So anybody that calls in, speak to me through the phone. Let me just finish this point. So one of the things I found out was that you have this agency, and according to everybody, it says Singapore don't have corruption, blah 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 blah. So I went to this Corruption Practices Investigative Bureau, and they have their own website, and you can go and you can do it for yourself. So I went to check on them, find out about them, what they do, how they do it. One of the things that struck me was I went into a page on their website where they put out press releases. And when you look at the press releases, let me just stick a pin. WUB, good morning. Greetings, my brother. How are you doing? Talk to me.
Give thanks and praises, because only the people don't know what I want to just quickly give us on the problem that the arena people is going through in Honduras. I wanted to know if there anyone listening to me, starting from Belize to the rest of the arena nation, Honduras, and likewise Guatemala, if you have a Livingston, it's also Garina. I wanted to know I'm in solidarity with them because I heard what is going on, and I believe that should, I don't know, they have to stop it somewhere. The government got to stop the foolishness of those countries invading people territory that they already acquired for the past 200, 400, 500 years. So my message in Garifuna for them is, just like what they say it in Yoruba, Amandala, Baku, the same meaning. Forward to the people. Garinagu. Thank you, my brother.
Is it a part of, I know that you've traveled the region more than most of us. Are you familiar with the area there in Honduras?
Yeah, I've been in those places, Juan, in Colón, all those like villages, but they are Garinagu. They are Garinagu people.
All right, so you're standing in solidarity.
Yes, but in the entire Garina community, which covers from Belize, Guatemala, Honduras.
All right, give thanks.
The brother said exactly. The lady said that one family that is true. One day I wrote to one my friend from over there, and he tell me he got family from Honduras all the way to California. Anyway, he go, he have a home, a brother or a sister. Respect, my brother.
Give thanks. So I could quickly finish off this thing that struck me on this web page that is put forward by the Corruption Practices Investigative Bureau in Singapore. And as I mentioned, if you're just joining us, Singapore is renowned for being a country that genuinely has combated corruption in public life. And what really stood out to me was that their press releases speak to arrests being made in July, in June, in May, in April, in March, in February, in January of 2026. They put out press releases of all the individuals that they have arrested. So there are two things about that. Is that even in a country that has the reputation that there is no corruption, there are people who are still trying to be corrupt. Even in a country that has very tough laws and consequences if you are convicted of corruption, human nature rough. So that's one thing that emerges. But what also emerges is that you don't stop. Like the activity of an agency like that. I just want to read a couple of the things that they're talking about, just to give you a sense. So on July 9th, a company director, sole proprietor, and former project manager is charged with corruption. July 2nd, a company director, former project manager charged with alleged corruption. do nonsense. Forgive me. On July 1st, a company director, former engineer, and manager charged for alleged corruption for about $530,000. June 23rd, 4 individuals charged with alleged corruption in the construction sector. Let me continue. June 12th, 6. Oh man, I'm having problems keeping this. 6 Hyde 6 Hyde employees charged with alleged corruption. June 11th, Chinese national charged with allegedly offering bribe to ICA inspector. On June 4th, Chinese national charged with allegedly offering bribe to 2 Certis officers. On 28th of May, additional charges for former CEO of Citeria Industries. It goes on and on and on. So it is what that says to me is that that's how you know when you are serious about this. That's what it looks like in a country that is known for having low numbers of corruption. That's what it looks like on a month-to-month basis. Their anti-corruption agency is doing. And if you notice, the high people in a private sector, people in a public sector, they are not sprat hunting. They are hunting for marlins. They are hunting for big fish. They are hunting for tuna. They are hunting for Goliath grouper. They're not hunting for little small sprats. That's not what they're into. And it is constant. Like there were pages and pages of it going back into last year. So it is not that because a country has a reputation. The reason why they have the reputation is not because people know to try the thing. The reason why they have the reputation as minimizing corruption is they are about actively, aggressively, genuinely try catch thing. So why read for you just now that just over the past couple of months, that's evidence, again, like I mentioned, to 2 things. That human nature is rough, that people want still try to thing, even though they know that this society will not play that. But that for a society really and truly, genuinely show that it's against that, you want to see the evidence. You want to feel it. And so when you have a situation where only time we will have this conversation about corruption, a big scandal happened, we're going off, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, we're going to do that, but we never create our sheriff. There is no sheriff. So we can't tell you about when last do you have anybody being charged for corruption. We don't have that. Our news features people being charged for weed, people being charged for violence. Our news about people being charged for manslaughter by negligence. We don't have a list of stories of people being charged for corruption. And what it shows when we look at the record in a country like Singapore is that even when the laws are well, even when you have your CICIG, even when you write your UNCAC, when you do all of this, it still will come down to how serious we are. You can't be serious for a moment. You can't be Bex for a moment. Bex is natural, but that don't stop the party. That don't stop the party. Condemnation doesn't stop it. Burnout not stop it. Nah. Because there's no sheriff. So it's really like so clear to me, like just doing this exercise of going online and checking out, like just reading up about Singapore and reading their news stories and what it's about. Like right away, you know that this is a high priority issue to people in that country. Now, their view of it, reason why they have it as a high priority issue is that it is absolutely tied to economic well-being. Their philosophy is that you can't be an economic powerhouse. You can't be the best version of yourself. You can't be one strong society. You can't be a growing, achieving society if you leak out everything via deals and schemes and all of that. It doesn't work. And they are genuinely fighting it. So we can't pretend it. We can't say, yeah, we'll make we do this. Make we get a sig. Make we get a unkak. All the things that we got from a wish that we go on shopping spree for things to fight corruption. At the end of the day, yes, we need those things. Some version of CICIG, signing of UNCAC, a different structure to the Integrity Commission, a resourced, financially resourced Integrity Commission, budget, then money for the Integrity Commission do what it's supposed to do. Yes, but to me, fundamentally, it begins with how deep the conviction is in how much we dig against it. Because sometimes we dig against who we see to get it. Or we dig against the fact that we know that they forget it. We dig against it, period. We dig against it fundamentally because we don't see any other way we become one better economy, one better nation, one better society. So it's really important why we're having these conversations. Respect is due. Putting out CICIG, we have stood on that. We think that is important to have, you would say, the weight of an international organization like the UN, bringing in outside element for kind of build up for sheriffing capacity. UNCAC is also an overall framework, encompassing framework that can be very significant. It is very helpful in countries where it is being implemented. This whole conversation about it being too expensive, you put the two costs in front of you. Implementing UNCAC thoroughly as compared to having the wild, wild west when it comes to governance and the usage of the public coffers. It's not even close. So we have to figure out whether we are be real about it or whether we just have something to say about it when it comes out. We take this call and then we go to break. Krem, good morning, WB. Good. Yeah, greetings. Yes, man, you're on.
Right. I hear the conversation. For 13 years, we heard what was being done then. I'm not saying that I'll try compare one to the. I'm saying that now that this next party is in, they knew all that was going on. Then do some retroactive kind of work. Make sure that somebody's brought to justice because I don't think we're going to tell whether I'm not true then. And what's going to happen if this party goes out? Then we hear again all the things that they used to do, but nothing is addressed. And I think at some point we have to make an example, make at least enlighten people that you know what we're trying to do something. We have not seen anything done at all on any of these parties, and now the same ones that were back there then are now the ones bringing this to attention, how much wrong is being done. But again, you don't have time when you get in. Please do something then. Thank you.
All right, sir. All right, we go to break. It's 8:33. We'll be right back with more WB Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes right here inside Creme Radio and XTV.
When the job demands more, Milwaukee Power Tools are designed to handle the toughest jobs on the construction site. If it's speed, durability, and performance you need, Milwaukee is the perfect choice. For unstoppable power at an unbeatable price, make it Milwaukee. Nothing but heavy duty. Available at Benny's. Quality and savings.
In many ways, today sets a tone for the months ahead. The team we unveil this afternoon will become the thread that connects our celebrations across every district, across every community, and across every generation.
We have different traditions, food, histories, but those differences don't divide us. Instead, they have become the story we tell together. And that story is what visitors fall in love with. Our barrier reef, ancient Maya sites, and rainforests attract visitors to our shores. But ask them what they remember most. The answer is almost always the same: the warmth of the Belizean people.
Every Belizean has a story. Every Belizean has something to contribute. Every Belizean, in both ways, great and small, helped to shape this nation.
Sometimes, in the rush of daily life, we forget to be grateful. But let us remember, Belize remains a nation that can celebrate many things. Look at me. I am Belize. You are Belize. We are Belize. Let us carry this pride forward. Happy 45th anniversary, Belize.
Altoona is one of the most visited Mayan city up until lately. The adjacent communities have collaborated together to see how they can get a space here that the wood carvers could actually market and sell their product. Not having the POS machine in the past, we have lost a lot of sales. Atlantic Bank helped supported our business, giving us the opportunity to get the POS machine. Now with the POS machine, we are able to do more sales, and that will, also bring more, finance to our families.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
Nando's Wholesale is your market leader in Belize's wholesale industry when it comes to high-quality products at the most reasonable and competitive prices. With over 40 years in the wholesale business, Nando's Wholesale embraces the partnership of the hotel industry in Belize by providing world-renowned brands in wines, seasonings, condiments, and cleaners in industrial sizes, as well as small and large kitchen appliances and equipment. Nando's also takes pride in providing one of the quietest and most durable air conditioning systems in Belize with technical support and spare parts. Nando's Wholesale. Professional, reliable, effective, and prompt. Nando's Wholesale always delivers. Visit us at www.nandos.bz or send an email to nandos@nandos.bz. Or, even better yet, give us a call today at 222-500 or 280-8080 to speak to one of our sales representatives today.
This is the general. They just coming again. Yeah, yeah. They just won. They just yo. Hey, take it low, 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 take it low. Then you wine right there, take your time right there, you do it fine right there, you blow my mind right there. Take it low, 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 take it low. Eh, babina hanuma, babina hanuma, wabina hapunta ah. 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 Give me more.
It is a distinct honor to be here in Belize for the launch of the Caribbean Development Bank's Basic Needs Trust Fund 11th program, BNTF 11. For more than 4 decades, BNTF has stood as one of the bank's most visible and impactful instruments for community-based poverty reduction. Here in Belize, the legacy is clear. Over the past 25 years, BNTF has completed 79 sub-projects in vulnerable communities at an estimated cost of $23.79 million United States dollars. Through BNTF 11, we have begun a new cycle of investments. This investment of more than $5.2 million United States dollars represents far more than approved financing. It represents a renewed commitment.
BNTF has supported transformative investments in education, water and sanitation, community infrastructure, livelihoods, and social development. Through BNTF 11, we have an opportunity to build on that legacy by ensuring that our investments respond directly to the needs of our people, particularly the most vulnerable among us.
The new school building has made a huge difference for me and my classmates. The improvement to our school have made our learning environment cleaner, safer, and more comfortable. Thank you to the Caribbean Development Bank, with the Social Investment Fund, the government, and everyone else who helped.
No one must be left behind. Not that child attending school in rural Toledo, not the farmer in Orange Rock, not the family in Corozal, not the communities that continue to face challenges accessing basic services.
Electrical. We've got the paints and the brush and light fixtures. That's for sure. We've got steel, cement, and tiles galore. And so much more. We've got everything in that store. We've got windows and doors just for you. In our store. We've got sheetrock, plywood, and hardwood too. That's for sure. Tools for gardening in the great outdoors. And so much more. We've got everything in that store. We've got variety. Everything. Quality. Everything. Quantity. Everything. A builder's hardware. And the bolts, so don't forget. And so much more. We've got service with a smile. That's for sure. We've got everything in that store. We've got variety. Everything. Quality. Everything. Quantity. Everything. A builder's hardware variety. Everything. And quality. Everything. Quantity. Everything. A builder's hardware. So builders who build with a passion and skill. Go to builders hardware.
Whether you are a busy person or stuck in traffic or having an adverse or very demanding circumstance, tension builds up, causing you to be stressed out. Stress attacks everyone, anytime, any age. And stress is a killer. Bomb City? It's best to be alive than dead. So visit Freetown Drugstore to get options to relieve stress and to relax your mind.
Yes, sir. What can I do for you today? I'm so stressed out. Okay, I'm saying I can help right now. When I this daily, for 10 days, I am good after that, okay?
Okay. Freetown Drugstore, 28 Freetown Road, where you are better off alive than dead. Freetown Drugstore, telephone 223-2876.
to the WB Wake Up Belize morning vibes on this, what has become a wet Wednesday morning here in the town, in the city at least. It's the 15th of July, 2026. Mose Hyde hosting, so last segment here. Before we close down the shop for today. Tomorrow morning you will have the return of Brother Noor Mohammed hosting tomorrow and Friday. And I want to end my last segment here on a little, what I'd call something completely different. I had mentioned almost a month ago that I had to confess to you, the listeners and viewers, that World Cup causes a dent in my productivity and my concentration on duty. And this is when next I speak to you, the World Cup will be over. It ends this coming Sunday. And I have watched a good number of the games. And there's some things that have really stood out for me. I think that I would like to throw out there. Obviously, I really would hope, like most Belizeans, that in our lifetime we would see Belize at the World Cup. Obviously, we are inspired by the fact that we had some small nations make it, primarily because they expanded the field, and it gives us a greater chance. There's conversation about expanding it even further. Sounds like just money grabbing to me on the part of FIFA, but you know, the African world, no? I obviously we've had some great conversations, debates going on social media. I found some of them to be really to really be inspiring. I really enjoyed the back and forth, people questioning who you're riding with, why are you riding with them, do you know about that country's history? And these are important conversations. If the World Cup caused more conversation about colonization than maybe talk shows have done for a very long time, and in that regard, that's a good thing. I really want to say that I have enjoyed watching the games. Primarily, I've watched them with my dad, Evan Hyde, with my uncle, Jeff Scott, my brother, Michael Hyde. And the games have been really enjoyable. I love football. But World Cup, man, that one addiction. At least only once every 4 years. The one thing that I found out during this World Cup cycle, two things. One is that FIFA is completely comfortable in being just absolutely corrupt. They don't care. It doesn't matter to them. they don't care. And that's very heartbreaking, but it is what it is. It's always been the case. But I found out during this World Cup cycle that in 1992, the Japanese decided to write a plan for Japan to reach the World Cup and then to win the World Cup. But you say, well, why is that? Why does that stand out? Well, it so happens that Japan wrote and designed and structured a 100-year plan. Just imagine, when I read that, I think I first heard it and then I went to check up on it. And it blew my mind. And it really speaks to the difference. We generally they plan to see how we could make something happen next week. If not tomorrow. The longest cycle of planning we have, maybe if we look at 5 years, because everything is tied to electoral politics. But could you imagine writing a plan and designing a plan that you know you very likely now I say at the end of the race? Like, can you imagine people who were in their 40s in 1992 writing a plan to say, you know what, we want for we country win the they want a country win the World Cup, but then give themselves 100 years, a whole 100 years. So they want to, their plan ends in 2092. I know about, it's very unlikely that I will be here for 2092. Very unlikely. So I don't know if they will make it by 2092. But the fact that this country, this nation, these people have that mental concept that then could plan for something where go beyond for their own mortality limitations. To have that kind of commitment, long term. So when you saw Japan play Brazil and they lost 2-1, don't feel sorry for the Japanese, because this is just early in the journey. Well, they actually know they were about what? They were actually 38 plus 26. They're what? 34 years into the journey. They got a long way going ahead and they don't reach the knockout. And, you can find out what are some of the building blocks, what were the first steps that they put in place, how they feel they will reach their goal. And I don't know if they're going to reach their goal. Winning the World Cup, winning the World Cup is incredibly difficult. And only about 8 or 9 countries have ever done so. But to make things happen, whatever we want to see, whatever we want to be, not just talking about World Cup or football or any of that, what we as a nation, we as small Kunku society want to be, there is something that we can learn from that. There is something that we can take home with that. Some of the best objectives, some of the most important objectives needs that kind of stamina, needs that kind of vision, needs that kind of commitment. And I'm blown away by it. We have so many things we want to see happen. So many things we want to achieve. But we think about it, we try it, a couple of weeks, maybe a couple of years. Sure, it's going to work. There with that. Our success requires that kind of forward, looking out, looking down the road, and saying, we want to put the foundation for what is going to be built upon. And you can go, Google it, research it if you think I'm making up the story. It's a 100-year plan. 100-year. And I, after looking at them play Brazil, I would say, then it makes some headway. If you think about where they were in 1992, oh yeah. And they're not only making headway with the males, they're making headway with the females. Japan. We're going to take a final break, come back and wrap.
El evento fútbol más grande del mundo por fin llegó. Smart te invita a vivir toda la emoción del Mundial. Antes de que empiece cada partido, predice quién se lleva la victoria. Entre más predicciones hagas, más oportunidades acumulas. Suma un punto cuando le aciertes al equipo ganador y si le atinas al marcador exacto, obtienes hasta 4 puntos. La persona con más puntos al terminar el Mundial se lleva $2,500 en efectivo. Y eso no es todo. También habrá premios semanales durante toda la competencia. Además, el líder de los cuartos de final se lleva un paquete completo para armar su Watch Party. Participa directamente desde la app de Smart por solo 50 centavos por participación. Las predicciones estarán disponibles del 1 de junio al 18 de julio del 2026. No solo veas el Mundial, vívelo con Smart. Smart, bring people together.
Hello Belize, if you're looking for the perfect home air conditioner, then listen up. First, choose the right tonnage. Correct sizing means perfect cooling and much lower electricity bills. Now, look for efficiency. GREE uses AI-driven performance to optimize cooling and fight high energy costs. Lastly, don't just cool your air. Clean it. Demand health-focused air treatment and smart connected features. Get the global leader in smart home comfort. Contact us today to find your perfect GREE AC.
Altoona is one of the most visited Mayan city up until lately. The adjacent communities have collaborated together to see how they can get a space here that the wood carvers could actually market and sell their product. Not having the POS machine in the past, we have lost a lot of sales. Atlantic Bank helped supported our business, giving us the opportunity to get the POS machine. Now with the POS machine, we are able to do more sales, and that will, also bring more, finance to our families.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
This is the general. They just coming again.
Every great job starts at Brothers Habet with the best supplies and the right support, including free delivery on site, so you can focus on the job. Brothers Habet, working with contractors since 1983.
Amandala is now online. You can now access Amandala's midweek and weekend issues online by logging on to our website at amandala.com.bz/news and joining our membership portal today. There's 5 easy steps to get unlimited access to weekly e-paper, archive publications, and a host of other exclusive contents. Number 1, go to Amandala's website. Number 2, navigate to subscribed areas. Number 3, choose a membership level. Number 4, check out using our secured portal. Number 5, log into the members only section. Telephone numbers 501-280-4703 or 202-4477. Fax us at 501-222-4702, or you could email at amandalapress@yahoo.com or amandalapress@gmail.com. Amandala, all power to the people.
Belize, we are done for today. I want to thank you for being here with us. WB Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes on Creme Radio XTV. We invite you back tomorrow morning, 6:30 for the Thursday morning edition of Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes. We are, as always, we give thanks for the team. We've got Larry G at Creme Radio up at XTV. We got the Glue, Pat Cliff, and directing this morning, Mr. Harlan Wagden. Have yourselves a great Wednesday. As always, stand strong, stand firm. For now, gone!